Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is Spencer. I'm the vocalist for A War Within, and you are listening to the audio commentary for the track Abandoned off of our Panic Euphoria album. Abandoned was recorded September 20th through 22nd in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It was recorded alongside of Escape the Feeling, this was our first time recording with Lee, and yet we waited for some reason, I don't remember what it was, to release Abandoned. I think it was because we had the concept that we did for the music video. The release date was July 3rd, 2020. Both this song and Escape the Feeling were picked out by Lee because we felt like we wanted him to be as excited about the song he was working on as we were. Since this was in the first recording session with Lee, this is also one of the first songs I screamed on. It was like something new that I was experimenting with. I know I did harsher vocals, especially on something like Better Off Dead and Blood for Blood. But since Lee was more of a metal producer, I feel he wanted to push us more into the metal realm, even though we were very open to it. Well, we like having a very heavy sound and a very angsty rock, aggressive sound. We wanted to make sure that our songs could still have some power and punch since we're a metal band. This song has been the fastest growing song we've ever had on Spotify. It is currently over 275,000 streams. It was the first one to actually be playlisted on 2 editorials at the same time. It's also the second oldest song on the album, and in my opinion, it's one of the worst songs on the album, which is funny because at least initially going into the recording session, I felt like these songs aren't as good as some of the other ones that I've written, like Pragmatic and Hey Baby, and I thought Pariah was a way better song. But it turns out this has been the best song off the album. At least statistically, it's been the most well received. So I wrote the song around the time where my band was basically getting cut in half. We just got off tour with Bless the Fall, and things weren't working out with the guitarist as well as the bassist. So I was kind of just in this whole, like, I won't be defeated, I'm not gonna give up scenario, but I wanted to put another spin on it and look at it from the loneliness, the depression side, the abandoned side. Like, just because you leave me doesn't mean I won't be abandoned. I'm gonna stick by myself and stay true to what I'm doing and not just be a fair weather friend and do what I feel makes me happy. I mean, I can't be mad at anyone anywhere who wants to do something that makes themselves happy, but at the same time, in my perspective, I'm literally being abandoned by someone who I call friend and have taken parts of my life to extend to and try to help grow them as a person and just be there for them. And it's so easy for them. It's so easy sometimes for me to see people just turn their back so quickly and so harshly at times. I've lost a lot of friends and people I care about because of this band, and just trying to pursue my dreams and just trying to live my life, really. I can't force people to stick around. I can't force myself to be something that I'm not. And just because I'm losing a friend doesn't mean I'm worthless. I think I was going through this whole time of where I needed to write something that made me feel like I was accomplishing something, even though it's like, at the time we were not as successful as when this song released. And it's something that really pushed me to go, holy shit, like this is the most personal song I've written besides Pragmatic at the time. I didn't think it was gonna do good, and here it is being the best song I've ever written statistically. I'm here to make music for you as well as myself, but at the same time, I'm gonna find a way to make music and make that my career. I'm an audio engineer, that's my day job, and until I can find a way for the band to actually pay my bills and be something that I can do every day instead of just sitting here in my basement trying to do every day, I'm gonna stop at nothing until I can make that happen. I really want to do this. I really care that you're there listening or watching this right now, whether you're be on Spotify or YouTube, that you're taking time out of your day to listen to me talk about how pathetic my life is. But it's in the hopes that you take away something like this and you go, hey man, like I totally vibe that. And I think that's what people stuck to. They went, damn dude, this dude's been through some shit, even though he's not telling the whole story. Everyone in their life has gone through a breakup. Everyone in their life has been betrayed. Everyone in their life has had to deal with some shitty situation, and they know exactly how I feel. It may not be in the same exact way, but this is the same vibe that I was able to communicate with this song. So the music video was a 2-parter. It was filmed at the Russell Industrial Park in Detroit, as well as Roy's basement. It was also filmed at my house in Detroit as well. It was shot as the second part from Pragmatic. I thought Roy did a great job coming up with this entire concept. We shot it all in one weekend, I'm pretty sure. This is the first real set of music videos that we were like, let's build a story around this and make something cool and make the music video be more artistic and tell something that we want you to know, just about how ugly life can be, just about how important love is to people. So the second part, Abandoned, is about the aftermath of struggles from addictions and coping with loss, which is pretty much the same thing as the first. It really kind of delved a little bit harder because at the end of Pragmatic, I'm getting my ass kicked and I'm still sad that, like, hey, I betrayed my friend, and as well as my significant other, who was played by Renee, is dead. I betrayed my friend Roy, who's my friend in the video. So it's basically the beginning of the downward spiral continued. It's the more intense version. We were talking about really going heavy into the drug use because I know there's a lot of people out there connected with people who have done drugs or who have been addicted to a substance. It's not necessarily a substance that you're addicted to. There's other things in your life that can definitely cast a shadow over yourself, and sometimes it's hard to see that. For instance, being abandoned can definitely be that addiction. Like, you can have separation anxiety from people, like you can fear being left. That's kind of what's being portrayed in the video. Like, we kind of left it up to interpretation and we just kind of wanted to go a little shocky with it, but for the most part we thought that it would definitely get the point across, like that people suffer out there and you don't necessarily know how much they suffer until you really get to know them. One of my favorite moments is definitely, I can't remember if this was in Pragmatic or Abandoned, is definitely sitting down to smoke with Roy. Roy's never smoked or drank in his life before, unlike myself. Yeah, it was definitely fun trying to get Roy, who's not anywhere near as a delinquent as myself, doing some of these things. We had all these soda bottles and booze bottles that were just filled with water and soda, and I was drinking them throughout the course of the video. Just kind of diving deeper into this. We had these fake joints. At some point I'm doing coke off of a mirror, which is powdered milk, I think. It was not fun to do. It definitely hurt, but I think it got the shot across. I'm also doing heroin in this video, right? I think this is the video where I do heroin. It might be Pragmatic. I can't remember. I apologize if I'm wrong. I remember doing heroin, which I think was sugar. We actually had to use Kyle's, sorry to put you on blast, Kyle, and I don't know if you want this personal information out there, but Kyle has diabetes, and we used his diabetic syringes to make it look like I was shooting up heroin. So as the story goes, it's a huge downward spiral, basically leading to me almost committing suicide, with the flashes of me and Renee in the broken glass to real life when she's not there, which basically symbolized how she died is a car crash. I don't know if that point was really explained at all, but I'll tell you right here. So if you're in the need to know, now you know. I definitely robbed Roy, who's my good friend, to score more drugs like the coke and heroin and buy more booze. And since he beat me up in the last video, I basically get it in my head where it's like, I'm so sad that things are gone, I'm gonna commit suicide, and then I guess I make a decision that it's not my fault, because a lot of people like to blame other people. It's Roy's fault for having me beat up because I miss Renee so much. So I go and I pistol whip Roy and then don't go through with killing him, which was, I guess, my plan. And instead I get arrested by Kyle. So at the end of the video where Kyle is definitely coming to arrest me and I'm waving a gun in Roy's face, we were filming outside my house in Detroit, and it was a little nerve-wracking because you're like out there holding a plastic gun. It's not a real gun, hoping that your neighbors don't see and call the cops on you. It was definitely a fun time shooting that. Thank you guys so much for listening. This has been the audio commentary for our song Abandoned off of Panic Euphoria. Make sure, if you haven't caught up on the other songs or you haven't heard the album yet, make sure you go follow us on Spotify and subscribe to us on YouTube and check out the videos that I've been talking about. And I will see you for the next one. Thank you guys so much.